Hello, 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 my dear sensitive beings out there, fellow empaths and highly sensitive people, earth angels, starseeds, God's chosen ones. I have a few topics right now that I want to talk about, that I feel that I need to talk about. I always feel the intuitive pull when the message is coming through strongly, because as always I work as a channel, as a vessel, sharing loving, authentic guidance, not deceiving anyone, just telling the truth with common sense. Common sense is so important, by the way, especially when dealing with toxic people, because it helps you to maintain your sanity. People like us, we basically live like Jesus. We come from integrity, innocence, love, joy, peaceful energy. That is always what we are. We are love and light and peace, and we are healers. So we go through lots of suffering, like I did as well. And we have these missions from God. And if you are a sensitive woman, because I'm a woman, I like to talk to women on my videos. So the topic of sexual harassment, if a man is asking for sex from you, of course it feels like it's sexual harassment. And so, because maybe this has also been happening to you, but at least from my experience, I can say that it's too much when these men or these guys learn that they can just find another woman. Is there a better woman out there? Is there still a better woman out there? Somebody with more money, somebody with better looks, somebody with this and that. Like, that is again from the devil. That means that they have devil within them, they have demons within them, causing them to act like this. Because they are never satisfied with anything, and they are just breaking hearts and destroying loving women on the way. And one of the reasons why I had to disable my YouTube comments was, of course, because there was too much heavy energy. Those comments coming from those immature narcissistic guys or men who were clearly trying to hurt me and destroy my work, and not even understanding what I was talking about in my videos when I'm speaking to women like me, sensitive women who have been sexually harassed, for example. And so, of course, women can do this too, but then it means that they also have the demonic energy within them. Because when you have God within you, you have Jesus in your heart, you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive being, and you come from that love energy, you're not going to act like that. But anyway, the topic of sexual harassment and this kind of symptom that is definitely demonic energy. It's selfish and immature and broken. It's coming from these people. For example, when they are asking for sex, that feels very offensive when you are a sensitive woman. And maybe they don't have a clue what it feels like. They're so used to doing that. But it makes us feel like we are sex objects. Like they only want to use and abuse us, take advantage of us, when we are not looking for sex. Because, if you are, for example, on a dating app, maybe you even cannot be there. I know the experience when you cannot even be there because you sense that heavy, dense energy. Anyway, this has just been something important to me personally. So I wanted to address this, that again, it's crucial to have your boundaries and know your value and worth, and not staying where it's not working. So maybe you need to delete that app and, you know, just manifest and attract your true partner, true soulmate or twin flame, you know, just naturally in real life. I would suggest that. And of course, always work on your healing, because it always helps with your relationships. If you are in this situation right now, that you want a new partner, you want the right partner, but you always have to work on your inner healing and self-love first. I think it's very dumb to even ask for sex, and it can hurt so much when you have already been through so much trauma. But it seems to happen, it seems to be going around, and that is why it's important to have action steps and you know, to be avoiding these kind of apps, for example, or, you know, situations. Even though, you know, I was definitely being bombed with random men messaging me all over the internet, and praying to Jesus really helped. So that is what I can say from that. And another reason why I wanted to bring this topic out was because I saw on Instagram this Finnish woman who is a cook. She's apparently very successful on her account. She's creating these food recipes and having these nice videos. So she posted there, I happened to see that, maybe it was again meant to be for me to see it so that I can talk about it, because it's an important topic. She was telling her followers that she was heartbroken, and there was an image of her basically crying in her kitchen. So I liked that it was, you know, such an open, vulnerable post, yes. But she was writing in her post, it was a long post, about a man who she thought was her boyfriend, and she had met him on Tinder, apparently, because of the hashtag. So she was writing that, you know, she wanted to be open, and she was going to tell the man that she loves him. And he came over to break up with her. So, yeah. So, of course, this resonated with me, because, you know, I've also been very heartbroken in my own relationships. I've had too many toxic exes who were bullying me and disrespecting me and hurting me and destroying me, my self-concept, my, you know, everything. So I had the urge that I was thinking, should I comment on this, because I could give her valuable guidance there, but I decided not to, because again, I'm sensitive and I need to really spare my energy and my attention and everything, because I've been commenting lately on some people's posts and stuff, and then I got bullied or attacked again on those some random posts, and, you know, where I commented. So I just want to be careful. And yeah, then my intuition told me not to. Yeah, anyway, the point here is that, you know, of course, again, she should have loved herself more than this man, and that is what I would have told her if I had commented. And I would have wished her well, of course, and tell her that, you know, relationships manifest from what we think about ourselves and feel about ourselves. So again, the more we are confident within ourselves, we have healed our inner worlds and wounds and traumas, and we are accepting ourselves the way we are. It doesn't move us, even though somebody doesn't like or love us, because that is just the truth, that everything begins within ourselves. And for example, if we want to manifest somebody to heal, for example, a narcissist to change and heal and be a good person, a normal person, and not have that demonic entity within them anymore, the only way that they would do that again is that we focus on ourselves, that we detach and move on. We're not there anymore to parent them. We're not there anymore that they can lean on us for healing. That's not our job. So again, when you detach, when you move on, when you heal and focus on yourself, love yourself, everything that you deserve starts to come to you. I want to have your back when you are, for example, on dating apps. You're dating people. From my opinion and experience, that is not the right way for an empath, highly sensitive person, woman, sensitive woman, Earth Angel, Starseed, God's chosen one. I don't think that is the right way to go, because majority of people are not going to understand you or value you, because again, they are not like you, and they can have the demonic entities within them, which makes them again selfish and just after sex and lust. It's all they do and think about again. So they will never make you feel like you are loved the way you are. And you deserve somebody who makes you feel that you are loved the way you are. And when you're healing after severe trauma, depression, anxiety, PTSD, physical abuse, emotional abuse, like I did throughout my entire life, you don't have time to play games. You don't want to play games. You want to love and you want to be loved. And that is it. But that is why you have to be discerning about these things. You have to be having your own back, watching your own back. And of course, if you have children, for them too. So you don't want to just bring just anyone to your home, for example. So you have to be setting those healthy boundaries again and knowing your value and worth, and not ending up heartbroken again. Because it is too painful. It's a waste of time and energy. Because that person does not value you. They are so selfish and immature and demonic and whatever. So you have to take care of your end. You have to take care of yourself and your children and your pets and your life and your home and your finances, everything that comes into your life. Your health, your mental, physical health. So I hope that you don't interfere with another toxic person. That you end up loving them and trusting them and they betray you again. So it's not a way to live. You are meant for so much more, and again, God has so much more in store for you, for people like us. We are His children. So no point. And again, when you set a boundary, you don't need to be explaining why you are setting it. So if somebody is making you question yourself and your sanity again, your sense of reality of yourself or of your values and your worth and your opinions and your boundaries, then that person is clearly demonic. That person wants to deceive you. That person has some hidden agenda, So don't trust a person like this. Don't let them into your life. Dodge them, avoid them, cut them off ASAP if you encounter this again. So your boundaries are not up for negotiation. If you say no, you say no, and it should be enough. It's not worth it to, spend your days having severe anxiety again, because your trauma is coming up, your PTSD symptoms are coming up because of these friggin' toxic, immature, selfish people. So it's better to be alone in your own space, being single, taking care of yourself, and then attracting the right kind of a person who actually values you and treats you like a person, not an object. And they come with integrity into your life, and you will see it, you will feel it. Like, you will really, when you start to discern, you will start to notice sooner and sooner when somebody is not good for you. Like, for example, if you don't want to do yoga, you don't do yoga. Some people believe that demons come from yoga. From my personal experience, this isn't the case. I'm not saying that it cannot happen, but personally, when I've been doing yoga now since 2018, basically regularly, it was really helping me in many ways, because first of all, it alters the brain like meditation. They are very healing for the brain, like any exercise. So from my experience, it has just been healthy. I really feel the mind-body-spirit connection when I do it, and it makes me feel calm. Especially yin yoga has really been saving my life and my sanity, my health. So again, your life should be about your values and boundaries and self-care routines, and what is good for you and what is not good for you. So my strong values are meditation and yoga, and because I'm a sensitive empath, highly sensitive being, earth angel, so being in nature, having sunlight, taking regular showers daily, swimming, being around water, being around animals, taking care of children. These are one of the most important things for me. And I'm sure that for you as well, because you are a sensitive empath, maybe you are an earth angel, starseed too, a God's chosen one. So these are important. But again, because we are God's messengers and children and healers, we are angels in human form, and we're here to help the planet. And, as always, we always have to help ourselves first, because no one else can do that for us. So, of course, we have to surrender to God, the Jesus, the universe, yes, because we cannot carry everything by ourselves. We cannot do everything by ourselves. So it's important to be doing this daily, to be praying and surrendering, to having a strong faith. Yes. And that is what helps also to manifest everything else, and of course self-love, self-care, self-worth, knowing your worth always are crucial. So the keys to our happiness are always found from within, So what does your soul crave for? What are your values? You want to think about those and act on them every single day. Those are the true elements, what God has planted into you before you were even born. They say that our destiny, our fate, our lives are written in the stars before we are even born into this world. And yes, we have the soul blueprint that we have basically signed as souls before we enter this world as, as human beings. And I do believe in this. So you have to be setting those direct boundaries especially if you're dealing with difficult or toxic people, because that's the only way to handle them, is to stand firm in your truth, to not let them gaslight you and manipulate you anymore, because it's not worth it. You have to be standing in your truth again, so because it's not worth it that they play with your mental or physical health. If they play with your mental health, then they likely play with your physical health too. What happened to me? So it's not worth it. So it's easier if you just set your direct boundaries, and that is it. Key signs that somebody is sent by the devil is that they're trying to control you. They're trying to make you feel like you are the crazy one, to blame yourself. They practice coercive control. They are immature and selfish and broken. They clearly have issues, and they want you to be the one who would help them and fix them and heal them, but they just hurt you over and over again. They take advantage of you. They don't hear you. They don't listen to you. They just take what they get. They are basically a leech, just hanging on to you, and it feels like you cannot get rid of them, and they don't respect you or your boundaries or anything. They can pressure you into things that you don't want to do, like sex, for example. They see you as an object. So do pay attention. When a person is sent by God, they will not try to control you in any way. They will respect you and your boundaries and your opinions. They will give you space to be yourself, to be able to breathe freely. They're not going to try to coercively control you. They will value you. They will notice your worth. They will believe you when you tell something to them, when you open up to them. They are trustworthy. You feel calm around this person. They are a healthy person to be around. They can be your soulmate, a friend, or a partner. They really show with their actions that they care and that you are important to them. When your self-worth has been destroyed by these demonic entities, like your narcissistic parents, for example, your narcissistic exes, like, what happened to me because my mother is a narcissist, and I never had that true parental support. I had to raise myself, basically. So because my father was schizophrenic. He's not with us anymore. I have been sometimes mentioning him. I see so many new subscribers, so that is why I can be also repeating things. Although I'm not sure who are bots and who are real, but I hope that you are real followers who actually are like me and you resonate with my story and with my messages, what I'm sharing. So because, like I was saying, your self-worth has been destroyed, your self-concept has been destroyed, your identity has been destroyed, everything about you has been basically destroyed if you've been dealing with these kind of people. Ever since you were a child, you did not have support. You had to fight for your life. Nobody taught you how to have healthy boundaries, how to take care of yourself. So of course, these are, again, big reasons why I'm here doing my work. Because I had to do all of that for myself, and I felt the call of God, because I'm an earth angel, Starseed, God's chosen one, empath, highly sensitive woman. So of course, I always knew deep down that this was the case, that God was calling me to do this. But of course, it took me a long time to really believe it. And again, it's never a good sign if a person starts to suggest sex, starts to talk about sex immediately when you, for example, message a person or, whatever. Even though you might even meet in real life, they start to make these sexual comments, for example. and it makes you feel very uneasy, very, very uncomfortable, well, those are clear signs that you have to walk away from a person like that, because especially when you have been through such horrific trauma. Healing your childhood trauma, healing your inner child, learning how to love yourself, to take care of yourself, and all of that. That alone is so much work that, you know, you deserve to be valued and loved and not be treated that way. And that was, you know, what I wanted to tell myself as well. Especially when you are still in the healing stage, that can take so much work and time and effort. So it's important to have your back, to protect your energy as much as possible, you know, because you have to understand that that is so crucial, that is so valuable. You have to know where you are coming from and protect your peace, protect your health, and not put up with bullshit treatments, and accept only those people who respect you and value you. Those people will never be toxic. They won't be toxic. They won't be asking you unnecessary questions and draining you out. You want to attract and create and manifest those healthy relationships where you don't need to be explaining yourself over and over again. So don't let just anybody get close to you. Not in messages, not in phone calls, not online, not come to your home. No, you need to be learning that cutting off game. I was just talking about this a while ago. I made a video about this, that your cut off game has to be strong. And I walk my talk as a coach and therapist here, Earth Angel, who I am, a God's daughter. So I feel the pull to remind you about this. Maybe you need to hear this right now today, that it's not worth it. You know, don't let them have any access to you if you feel and notice that they are just toxic. For example, again, from my own life, that's I was sensing with my intuition that when a guy was giving me the womanizer vibes, and I would mention this is about my ex, my last ex, who I've been talking about in my videos lately, because he was messaging me just a while ago. So I was asking him, like, are you a womanizer? But of course they don't admit it. Of course they don't admit anything. When they come from devil energy, they will never admit anything. So they can be whatever player, womanizer, you know, have sex with different women every single day, but they won't admit it. So this is an example, an important example and warning from real life, that if you get those vibes that somebody's a womanizer, your intuition is telling you that this guy or this woman is a player, then you have to act accordingly and not do anything with them. Cut them off, block, remove immediately, because they are not worthy of your energy or your time or attention, especially when you've been already through enough bullshit and heartbreak, disappointment, sadness, severe psychological trauma. It's not worth it. They are sent by the devil, and they only have lies and deception for you. So I wish you a blessed Sunday. I am enjoying my relaxing day in peace. Just made some Indian chai tea, which I have been buying recently. I feel like I've been fighting this small cold again. But anyway, so I felt called to recording this video, to be bringing up these issues. So here I am, and as always, be blessed, stay safe, much love to you. And if you need more help and support one-on-one, don't hesitate to book a call with me. You can book an hourly call for 60 euros, or you can join my coaching program with solution-based therapy if you wanna join that one. So reach out.